to...
They have 100 hobbies, I thought, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even Ariana, even Toots. Sorry.
Please stop kicking me, though, baby. I like cuddling with you, but, like, you're kicking my controller all over the place.
I'm quite certain that it's extremely... I know.
This bitch just, like, locked the room. She's just like, nope, no visitors today.
What is?
This girl in the game, she's probably up to no good. She's probably a fucking bad guy. She's probably a bad guy. Oh, dude, where's your arm? I fucking went through all that trouble to make you.
We've been briefed on our mission and are ready whenever you wish to head to call.
Were you able to finish the new arm guy?
Indeed. I was.
Yes, I do, bro. Let's get that shit done before the mission.
Indeed. It's time to test it.
Okay.
Not how. Where? Will you meet me where we felled Regala's tremor tusk? Right where the river bends?
Sure, if you want.
You'll see when we get there.
Then I'll let you know when I get close.
You have my thanks, eh?
Fuck yeah.
How are your studies going?
I wanted to learn more, but...
And?
I looked up this pharaoh Gaia said you went, and learned about the plague of machines. To think that the ancient world was wiped out by... There is no glory in such a fate. Only hubris.
Only hubris.
And pointless.
That about sums it up.
It's a bunch of hubris.
Have you spoken?
The Quen is peculiar. Her mind is sharp. That much is certain. But it's hard to imagine her surviving.
Trust me.
I will take your word for it.
I have to go.
Then,
It's kind of a
Like I
boring.
said, I'll call you when I'm...
may the 10 God...
Fuck yeah, the 10. 10 is life. An unknown shelter right there. Looks bad.
What did you do?
Wow.
Over here. I've got something to tell you.
Alex, shh, I have to tell you about this band.
With our defenses gone, we must face Regala.
I heard the Lowlanders have been fighting rebels by the coast, to the west of the Grove. If you're still helping the chief handle those scabs, you might want to talk to Krigella at Tide's Reach.
If I make it out there, I'll see what I can do.
Tides of justice.
Greetings, champion.
Your enemy is mine.
Heading over the terrain.
It seems Regala...
You, Outlander.
stranger. Are you looking for
Hey, lock him low.
I wonder if it's up top or if it's down there. If I get close enough, I'll discover it either way.
This is where Kotalo wanted us to test out his new arm. I'm not sure what he's planning. Hey, Kotalo. I'm by the Tremor Tusk site, where we agreed to meet. Want to test that new arm of yours?
I'll be there shortly. Thank you for waiting.
Maybe now you can tell me what we're doing here?
Not just yet. Follow me, please.
Well, stop.
Someone's being awfully mysterious.
You took your sweet time telling me what you wanted to do to the bulwark. Consider this my revenge.
Fair enough.
This is it.
What am I looking at?
Oh, you'll see. Come.
I'm gonna fucking punch through this boulder.
Alright, talk to me, Kotalo.
I wish to test the arm on that. It has menaced the valley for some time. Killed more than a few of the Sky Clan. But no longer.
I'm honored to help.
Come on, baby. I don't want to keep doing this, okay? I don't. I want to cuddle with you, but stop falling on purpose, okay?
After you. Let's see how this thing likes the taste of metal.
Oh, bro, I'm just gonna kill him in one hit. A wrong ability. No! Get him, Kotalo. You want to finish him? Do it, bro. Damn! That's tight. He sounds like that guy from Mir Zek and Mira Make a Porno. Here's some ammo. What is that? Yeah, that's fine, baby.
Well, I think it's safe to say the new arm works fine.
Agreed.
Then why are you taking it off?
This is what I am now. What I overcame. Anything else feels wrong. Like a disguise. I'll use the new arm when I need it. But the rest of the time, I will simply be myself.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
You have my thanks for doing this with me. Here.
I bet you if it was like that, people would be getting like arm replacements with like lightning shock blasts and stuff.
You, Aloy.
That'd be his weapon. It'd be like different arms.
Welcome back.
There. Let's see what we got.
It's tight. I only need 2 more. Fast travel boy. Quick island man. What? I wish it told you like which one was which.
An excellent choice.
Can you sit down now?
Whoa.
Because I don't even have any room. You tell me to fool my shirt.
Here.
No.
Aloy, I know your experience in Thebes was unsettling, but we have a new problem.
For sure.
Did something go wrong with Bailey and Ellen? Will we be able to transport you to Gemini?
The rig is complete. The problem is Hephaestus itself. It has accelerated its proliferation throughout the Cauldron network, increasing its power.
But with your sub-functions restored, we can still succeed, right?
Correct, but the net effect is
I don't know,
absorbing
baby.
Hephaestus will take longer than previously calculated.
How long?
Even with Omega clearance, my current estimate is that the merge will take 35 hours.
And each hour increases the risk of detection by the Zeniths. 2 cores. 2 overrides. What if the merge were carried out by 2 clones of Elizabeth Sobek, both armed with Omega clearance? How long?
That's not a good idea, Aloy.
Hephaestus would be unprepared for the simultaneous labor of 2 operators, in addition to obvious synergetic efficiencies. Calculating. It would reduce the merge time to approximately 4.5 hours.
Okay. Varl, it looks like we're gonna need Beta at Gemini. Do you think you can convince her?
I don't know, but I'll try.
What about our diversion? Are the pulse generators ready?
Only a final test remains. I am confident that if fired in proximity to other cauldrons, the pulses will mask our activities at Gemini from the Zeniths.
Good. As long as Aaron can operate one without shooting himself in the face.
Aloy, you better get down here. Beta's in bad shape.
Okay.
Aloy. I tried, but it's impossible.
I don't think any...
We don't have a choice.
Good luck.
Beta, you have to come with us. It's the only way. It's one mission. The most important one. We need you. Tell me why you won't go. What if they take me back? Alone, in a cell again. Their slave. Forever. The only way we can end the risk of that happening is by stopping the Zeniths for good. And in order to do that, we have to get Hephaestus. The Zeniths are a threat to everyone, Beta, not just you. So find your courage. That's easy for you to say. You still have no idea what they're capable of. I told you from the beginning, we'll never beat them. It's hopeless. Beta. Leave me alone! You don't understand! You're right. I don't understand. We have the same genes, the same mind, the same heart. So why can't you find the strength to do what has to be done? Like Elizabeth would. Don't you think I've thought about that? I don't know what piece of Elizabeth I'm missing. I don't know what you have that I
Take your
don't.
shoes all the way off right now.
I looked through all the data from your past. You were raised as an outcast, shunned, and isolated just like me, so what's the difference? What's my defect?
We have to go to the store later. We don't have a lot of snacks, but...
That golden popcorn.
Okay.
Oh, I have some jelly popcorn too.
Beta. You don't have a defect. Beta. Look, it's not a piece of Elizabeth. The difference is...
You can have some, Suzie.
I did. He raised you, trained you, but he was never warm or loving. The day he died, the day he gave you that charm, he was going to abandon you. He wanted me to embrace the tribe. But then he gave his life for mine. He loved me in his own way. And that was enough.
It's a lizard. Kitty face ate a lizard.
Yeah, let me see that popcorn really quick.
It was like having the strength that was always there. It's still there. Even now I hear him in my head when things get bad. But it looks impossible. Look deeper. And then fight like you can win. You don't have to go on the mission. We'll find another way. I'll go. You're right. I'll only be safe from them when we succeed. But you have to promise me one thing. Yes, of course. If it goes bad, if the Zeniths find us, I don't want to be their slave again. Do you understand? Okay. Promise? I promise. I could use as much time as you can give me to study up on the merge, to make it as efficient as possible. I'll be ready when you are. I swear.
Aloy, whenever you're ready, come speak to me and I'll ask the others to make final preparations for the mission.
We just need to find the right strategy. Forget it. The man is unbeatable at Machine Strike.
His people invented the game.
Hey, I thought I'd check in before leaving for Gemini.
Are you sure we shouldn't be? Whatever went on between you and Beta sounded... Not that I'm judging. Forge knows all the screws flew loose every time Mercer and I fought.
I think we'll be fine from now on.
I'm glad to hear it.
After we get Hephaestus, we'll be taking the fight to the Zeniths.
It wasn't that bad. Not really. Besides, going through all that data, you know, the soldiers, the ones that fought the Pharaoh machines so Gaia could be built, they were fighting a battle that couldn't be won. Not with all the weapons in the world. I think most of them realized that, whether anyone said it or not. They still did it, though. They bought time for all the eggheads working to save the future. Our future. As long as I can do that for you, I'll consider myself a success.
Thank you, Erend. I'm glad you're with me.
Okay, enough.
Anybody take you up on that ale you brought yet?
Zoe can't stand the smell of it. I tried Alva, but I don't think she knows what taking a break means. And I'm not putting Varl anywhere near that stuff after that victory party.
What about Kotallo?
Now there's a man that can hold his lick. Pretty sure we downed half a keg. We had a good chat, I think.
I should go.
Same here. I got a date with a call.
Aloy. It sounded like you guys had a...
We just had a...
Does this mean she's coming with us to...
It does.
That's what all this was...
Hephaestus won't go down quietly.
Hephaestus is just a program that's lost its way. I can always call upon the goddess if you're nervous.
Funny.
That was good. For sure.
You were right, you know. About keeping Rost. I guess part of me thought he was holding me, but the truth is he gave me a lot.
He was a good man.
I hope firing off those pulse generators will be enough to distract the Zeniths.
It'll work. It has to.
Always optimistic, huh?
Nah, just stubborn. It's a good
Yeah. Any last findings you want to share before leaving?
Not really. Though, when we put Gaia together, I want to return to the Nora. Spread what I've learned.
You think they'll listen to you?
In time, I believe so.
He'll be the chief, bro. In the third game, Varl will be the chief of the Nora.
What will you and Zoe do if you go back to the Embrace?
I hope she'll come with me. At least for a while. And I'll go with her to Plainsong too. She'll probably want to talk to her people about all this as well. We'll figure it out.
I know you. How does everyone seem to you?
Anxious. I heard Kotallo ask for Alva's help with his pulse, and I know he's been helping her with a few fighting techniques.
I hope they aren't needed.
Like I said.
I'm glad you're coming with me.
Sure there's no urge to run?
No more running. Hey, we'll be going after Hephaestus soon. You good with the plan? I've already got the location of
I don't want
the
any more.
Good.
I heard you and Beta had a talk.
News travels fast.
It wasn't exactly a quiet conversation.
There were just things that needed to be said.
A healthy crop to those who clear the weeds between them.
You look like you have something on your mind.
We're going to war soon, and war is something I promised myself I'd left behind in the Redwood. The more of every voice I hear, it makes me realize just how much fighting for that gift, if we fail,
helps to know you're not alone.
For a moment there.
I don't know what you're talking about. I should go.
As soon as you intend to leave for...
You'll hear about it.
Please just sit down.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Not at all. I was just the ones Gaia and Beta built. Is everything all right?
Not anymore.
To understand one another is... Oh! And...
Have you spoken with Zoe at all?
A little bit. But, I did hear her singing with Varl not too long ago. Zoe seemed so... free. Like, every emotion she had, and she looked happier because of it. I felt so...
Shh, baby.
About Utah.
Maybe.
If you need anything...
You have nothing. Gaia's explained your plan in detail. I've even received some very, you know, in case...
What?
Yes.
For now. Anything new around here?
Kotallo showed me the schematics first. I recall reading about robotic limbs, but I never thought technology like that would be treasured back. Think of what it could do for injured work, but knowing the Imperial family, they...
Replacing body parts as they grow older. Like the Zeniths.
Exactly.
Any more data catch your eye?
All of it? I have so much to study up on. I'm particularly interested in the Odyssey. We knew the ancestors had made it to the moon. In fact, we theorized some of them, but Sirius is way far. And we thought journeying across the ocean would be the sheer calculations needed for space travel.
Even so, the Quen are way ahead of other tribes when it comes to understanding this stuff. Where I grew up, everyone thought that stars were sparks that rose from a fire lit by the goddess to guide us through the night. Must be strange to think that some of the ancestors your tribe reveres are and here on Earth, right?
Yeah, it is. Part of us, maybe Nikita Arand? The legacy tells us she brought unlimited energy, or Sun Jiao, whom we call. It is said she found new ways to extend the ancestors' lifespans. But my curiosity fades when I think of how different our view of Viscera
Okay, take your shoes off.
compared to the reality that you experienced. Perhaps it is better not to know.
Don't be lazy bones.
You mentioned there was...
Lazy Bones Jones.
Yes. I found references to an old... It's called Leviathan. My people just a sprawling network of river gates, and the legacy revealed that the old ones used it by... We've never gotten it to work. The data from the greenhouse mentions the research facility where it's in San Francisco.
Another Pharaoh facility?
No. Leviathan was a project that, so the legacy tells us. If we can acquire that data, we might be able to fix the system back. Every year, my sister gets terrified when the long ring with Leviathan.
Okay. So...
That's the thing. But one of our diviners has been exploring the... Will you come with me? You're much better at fighting machines.
Of course. I'll let you know.
Thank you, Aloy.
I should go. Make sure you...
May your path lead...
And, like I said, I'll let you know when
I appreciate it.
Just skill points, huh?
And?
He's in there. Please pick that up.
Yeah.
Well, it's fine. We'll just plug it in. Where's this fucking room with that guy?
Had a bit of an issue with Beta. Really?
I once knew a warrior who discovered he had a brother late in life. It was deeply uncomfortable for him.
Did he ever get over it?
In time. But not before the two siblings nearly killed each other in a single...
Well, at least I avoided that. I bet people are curious about that.
I assure you.
No, babe, I'm trying to watch this. Okay, hold on.
Figure out how it works. I gave her the data I used to build, hoping that would satisfy her curiosity and...
Good luck with that.
Please move.
Think you're ready to put all your training to the test?
I am Tanakh.
Just going to lay down.
Lay down with me then, honey, but you're always just right here with me, and I'm just trying to play my game. I haven't been playing at all lately.
If I live, it will be in victory. What matters most is that you achieve your...
I'll do my best. She could
await you.
Amy has a girls' weekend. Luckily. She also has a sitter on road for her dog.
I do. Okay, I'll open the blue. Alright, boys. Oh, I just want to get one of these two. I want to get the I can't, like, wait.
Hello again, Aloy.
Seriously. And my wish came true. We got one of these two. We got this one. I don't care what name he has.
No, baby.
I like this one.
Yeah, he's so cute. He's the cutest robot I've ever seen. Here, where's he gonna get it? Oh, there's a pink boat right here. Where should we be?
The swamp. It's crazy. It looks like the water's like right there.
Okay, so let's make houses for all of them. Yay, houses. Oh, we were so cold, but now we will be colder. This is nice, and cold. It's actually ice. So let's make it small.
Teabag on her.
There we go. So pretty. Oh, can this be my igloo because it was blue?
I'm gonna take a dab.
It's mine because I'm blue. Oh, right. I'll get the purple one. Okay. Now let's open my green one. La la la. Looks like grass. Yeah, it's not even green. I love green. I don't know what it would give us. Maybe green would give us grass.
It's fine. I'm gonna go take a dab, baby.
Hello, Aloy.
Hey, Gaia. So, me and Beta, I guess you heard what happened.
Yes. I am continuously impressed by the complexity of human relationships. Despite the unpleasant circumstances that led to your quarrel, I am pleased to see you have both found an agreeable resolution.
Well, two heads are better than one, right?
Yes, I believe so. Are you ready to depart for Cauldron Gemini? Or we can continue our conversation, if you...
So, about Beta. She's been through so much.
You have both endured many hardships. Different in almost every respect. I like to think of you as two miracles.
Three, then. Let's not forget. How's Alva settling in?
As soon as she arrived, Alva with a particular file soon caught her attention. Information about a machine assistant devoted to keeping living spaces neat and... I informed her that once I am empowered with the ability, I may be able to design such...
I'm sure she'll like... When I set out to find a way to bring you back, I never thought we'd be here, like this. Among friends.
They have all come a long way with their improvised educations. Varl has suggested that one day we might extend this model to more tribal inhabitants, once the biosphere has been stabilized.
Yeah, that's not such a bad idea. As long as you're the one running the lessons. So now that you have Aether, Demeter, and Poseidon...
In the local region, conditions have improved. Superstorms have subsided, and soil conditions... These improvements will stave off for a few...
Well, then you'll be able...
Correct. Reverse the...
So what will happen to this place while we're at Gemini?
All systems within this facility will continue to operate. As Minerva will no longer be masking this location, the facility will be exposed to detection. Though without my presence, it is unlikely to attract attention.
Let's hope so. So I, found what do you think Ted would have done if his life extension treatments had worked?
It seems he convinced himself it was his duty to guide future humans. Given the tribal nature of new humans, and his ability to use Omega clearance on the terraforming system, I imagine he would have convinced one or more tribes to worship him as their patriarchal deity.
Okay. Yep, glad that didn't happen. Aside from Gaia Prime and Thebes, there was one other underground facility that was sealed before the Pharaoh Plague reached it. Elysium. The place where Zero Dawn staff and their families went to live out their lives. Do you know what happened to it?
Elysium was designed to provide life support for 100 years. My data indicates the facility went offline well before then.
Did the Pharaoh Plague find them?
Unknown. My connection to the facility was abruptly severed.
Gaia?
Her presence is interwoven with my memories. We exchanged greetings. It was the first of many listening to her story.
Your friend?
Yes. And though I am glad she made it home.
She was okay with that. Thanks, Gaia. So our plan to capture Hephaestus...
As you wish. We now know that Hephaestus would...
Which is why I got Ted Fair...
Correct. While you were gone. When we get to Gemini, I will need to...
And then you'll be able to...
Not quite.
How long will...
Because the work will be...
And during that time, the others will create a distraction.
Correct. The energy surge should mask our activity.
And then we'll have everything we need to defeat the Zenith. Okay, people. Connections in place. Booting up.
Beta, Aloy. I am fully installed on this core and ready to connect to the Cauldron network.
It's good to hear your voice. Erend, everyone. Fire your pulses and sound off.
I'm at my Cauldron. This thingy, it's blinking. Did I do it right? In position at my Cauldron. My pulse generator is blinking also.
That means they're working. I'm in position, and mine is too. Mine as well.
Okay. Radio silence until I give the all clear. Signing off. Gaia, let's cage the beast.
Connecting to the... Cauldron Network now.
Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime. Activating Omega clearance. Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime. Activating Omega clearance.
Clearance confirmed. Initiating containment sequence.
Critical threat detected. Escape containment. Applying countermeasures.
Lock it down!
Terminating external connections.
It's working. It's got nowhere to go.
Capture imminent. Initiating contingency 13F.
Wait, what's that?
Malware detected. Attempting to compensate.
It's cracked.
Look!
Engaging autonomous defenses. Directive neutralize.
That means machines are on their way. Get ready.
Here they come! We're spotted!
You two okay?
Still breathing.
Aloy, Hephaestus can't escape, but it must have fled deeper into the facility. I'll drive it back here. Chase after Hephaestus. Force it out of wherever it's hiding. Make it retreat to the core. Keep these on me.
Aloy, I'm patched into your focus feed. You should know there's a huge power draw coming from the next chamber.
Thanks for the heads up. I'm almost there.
patched into your focus feed. You should know there's a huge power draw coming from the next chamber.
Thanks for the heads up. I'm almost there. It's some kind of production chamber. Festus is up to something, all right?
What kind of machine is it trying to build?
I don't know, but I'm gonna shut it down. I bet those metal carriers will lead me to where it's getting materials from.
I bet that's where Festus is hiding too.
I gotta find where Festus is hiding. Looks like there are a couple of ways I could go. Well, that doesn't sound good.
Aloy, I've managed to rewire most of the components in the core, but the energy processor's cracked. Without a way to fabricate another, there's no way I can fix it.
Okay, let me think. What if you bypass the processor? Connect it to...
Power node. I think that could work.
I think it could.
Should be a node you can override, near the central platform.
Thanks. Maybe I should take these machines first.
Cycle X97 Gamma.
Oh, great. More machines on the way. Beta! Hephaestus has locked me out of the node. Any ideas?
I'll see what I can do.
Got them all.
I tapped into the core's network hub. I managed to disrupt Hephaestus' control of the node. You should be able to override it now.
Nice. Thanks.
X-Scan active Matrix Delta.
It sounds like it fled to another chamber.
Well, it better not get comfortable. over the floor with lightning. I gotta find a way over it.
Aloy! More machines keep coming! Please tell me you're getting close!
I'm working on it. I've been smashing through a lot of machines on my side, too.
I guess Aaron's missing out!
Aloy, I'm making progress on the bypass. But I need something to hold the cycling module together.
Maybe a ligament from one of the machine carcasses?
Or some luminous braiding.
And you could reinforce it with a conversion cylinder.
For increased connectivity! I think we can do this, Aloy.
Catch a ride on the rail. Go over the shield. Alright. I need to drive Hephaestus out of here.
There should be another node to override.
Got it. Using shock ammo. Oh, here we go again.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. I'll try to get your access back.
Increase incendiary by 4%.
Node access restored. Now you can operate it.
Good work.
You did the heavy lifting.
Extraction critical purge imminent. Retreat. Construction ready.
Okay. Festus is running out of places to hide.
Aloy? I just registered a huge energy surge back in the production chamber. Something big is happening.
Here too. Everything's glowing.
The machine that Festus was building. It must have finished it.
It's powerful, whatever it is. I'm almost done with the core repairs. Should we come to you? Maybe I could distract the machine if...
No, Beta. Just stay where you are, okay? All the machine's my job.
Okay. Be safe.
Deploying priority. X Mark 1.
I should scan it first. Those things on its legs are glowing. I think it's charging up. I could take out its tail. Stop some of its attacks. Finished charging. It's covered in plasma. It's done.
You did it! There should be one more node to override.
Good. Stand by. I'm sending Hephaestus back to you. No more hiding, Hephaestus!
Imminent retreat to facility core.
Got it! Hephaestus is back in the core!
Make sure it stays there. I'm heading back.
we can start the merge.
Because of you, Beta. I'm glad you came along. And you, Varl. We couldn't have done any of this without you.
Right back at you, Aloy.
The core is stable. Hephaestus is 100% contained. Now we better get started with the merge. It's all set up. Gaia, establish the link, please.
Done.
To complete the merge, we need to excise Hephaestus' malicious code. Carefully.
Redundant copy. You cost us quite a lot of time. Eric, get Beta. And squash that bug while you're down. screwing around.
Now we're having fun, right?
Finally. Tilda, get Gaia and Hephaestus ready for transport. Tilda!
I failed.
Hush. All is not lost.
Tilda! What the hell are you doing? Stop her! I can't even see her!
Beta. Varl. Where am I?
Ah, you're awake. You took quite a hit when Gerard attacked you. I imagine you must still be in a great deal of pain. I can assure you that we are safe. The others can't detect us here.
You mean the other Zeniths? You must be Tilda.
I wasn't sure if Beta would have told you about me.
Where is she?
Alive. And while she isn't where she wants to be, not in urgent danger. We must discuss how to get her back, of course, after you've shaken off the cobwebs. When you're ready, take the stairs down the hall and come see me. In the meantime, I'll make breakfast.
Breakfast? Okay. What is this?
Just a few favorites from my collection. Rescued and stored here just before I went off-world. Take a look, if you like. I'm curious to hear your impressions.
My friend is dead. Beta and Gaia are gone, and you want me to look at old paintings?
Don't be so quick to dismiss the comfort we can find in art. Or the insight we might gain. Stunning, isn't it? Paintings were the only masterpieces of my people's golden age. This is Van Vianen's lidded ewer, molded from a single sheet of silver.
What was it for?
How like Elizabeth you are. Function over form. Its practical purpose was less important than its meaning. Van Vianen created it in honor of his late brother, who himself was a famous silversmith.
Memorial.
Yes. Such beauty from sorrow.
Pulling out her own hair. Madness out of grief. It's hard to watch her suffer. A lot of weight on his shoulders. I know the feeling.
Rembrandt's The Night Watch, by far the most famous painting my homeland ever produced. It was commissioned to honor a militia made up of influential citizens.
I guess you must have been an influential citizen.
In my day. But not as influential as you've been in this new world. The Gust. By Willem van de Velde. The most famous of his many maritime paintings.
A ship crossing into the unknown. I guess you're familiar with that.
Indeed, which is why I appreciate this composition in particular. Though waves and wind threaten to destroy the ship, it perseveres, clinging to the light even as darkness closes in all around it. A portrait of the painter, Rembrandt's son Titus, depicted in the habit of a monk.
I don't get it. Why would someone like you, with infinite resources, care about this painting of a boy in a hood?
It's not the image itself, but the feeling it conveys. The face is bright and defined, but his eyes are downcast, heavy with misfortune. And the background seems to swallow all light. The painting is infused with a sense of loss.
I guess I understand how the painter feels.
Selene and Endymion. She's the goddess of the moon, whereas he's a simple shepherd. Beside her is the god of love, Cupid.
So she's sneaking up on him?
More like visiting him in secret. The torch that Cupid bears represents Selene's undying infatuation with him. Though the two must remain apart, her love will forever burn. My favorite pairing on the left is Woman Reading a Letter by Vermeer, a true master. And on the right is a forgery, Woman Reading Music, which fooled experts into believing it was a priceless original. Early in my career, I became fascinated with such deceptions. Eventually, I developed scanning software that could detect fakes with unparalleled accuracy.
Is that how you made enough money to buy your way onto the Odyssey?
Oh no. I made my real fortune later. This is Rembrandt painting Jeremiah, a man in mourning.
Mourning what?
His home. The ancient city of Jerusalem. He foresaw its impending doom, but could do nothing to prevent it. So instead, he saved its treasures from destruction, just as I saved these works. You could say we're kindred spirits. Done so soon?
I've got more important things to worry about.
We both do. There is much we are trying to save. Not the least of which is in that vault. There's nothing wrong with savoring such treasures for a moment more. Or come upstairs and we'll get down to business. Your choice.
There you are. Feeling better?
How did you find us? At the Cauldron? And what did you do to everyone right before I passed out?
All business, I see. Well, suffice it to say we were keeping a very close eye on Hephaestus, knowing we would need it at some point. Your ruse didn't fool us, and as for my little trick, it was an overload of the senses, accompanied by an energy discharge. Gerard and Eric were only momentarily disoriented due to their shields, but it rendered you unconscious while I got you out. Perhaps some breakfast might steady you a bit?
This was your house. The one you recreated for Beta, in the data channel you shared.
How perceptive of you. Please, this way.
After everything your people have done, you think I'm just gonna sit down and have a chat with you?
They're not my people. They never were, and especially not now.
You shot off into space with them, and lived with them for 1,000 years before coming back. So what made you suddenly turn on them?
Quite simply, this.
My old focus. You repaired it? But that means you've seen
incredible things. What you've accomplished in 2 decades of life. A 1,000 years at my back, and I haven't even come close. I'm sorry if I invaded your privacy, but I had to. In order to understand. To be enlightened. You truly are Elizabeth's blood. With her drive, her sense of mission, her integrity. Watching all this shamed me for the company that I've kept. Having seen it, all I want is to help you.
Even if it means stopping your friends?
Especially so. Please, sit down. There. That's better. Now, we must recover Beta and Gaia at all costs. By now, you must know that Gerard intends to use Gaia to reboot the Earth's biosphere. Remaking this world to specifications that would only suit us immortals. This process will kill every living thing on the planet. He calls it a clean install.
Not if I stop him first.
Not if we do. And once he and the others are gone, we can work together to fulfill Elizabeth's dream. I'm sure Beta told you that there's a build of the Apollo database on board our ship. A complete collection of human knowledge. With that and Gaia, we could do everything Elizabeth wanted. Heal the biosphere, educate the people of this world, uplift them. Create the world she imagined.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. From what I've seen, your friends are invincible.
I do wish you would stop calling them my friends. And they're not invincible. In fact, a friend of yours has found a way to defeat them.
Silence.
Oh, he's been a busy bee, building an army powerful enough to crash through Gerard's precious base.
Yeah. Regala and her rebels.
Even now, she's preparing a final march on the Tenakth capital. When she wins, she'll have the entire tribe under her control. Hundreds of warriors and machines to throw at the base. She's been duped. They'll all perish, of course. But it should be enough to break Gerard's defenses and allow Silence to kill him. Along with all the others.
Using the new weapon he's developed.
Yes, he's found a way to circumvent our shields. Truly an exceptional man. He's planned for everything. Except you and me. You see, while his army is battering down Gerard's doors, you and I will sneak in through a back way. One that only I know about. While Sylens and my friends are busy battling each other, we'll take back Beta and Gaia. I told you I want to help you. I mean it.
So you knew Elizabeth?
Liz was everything she was. Your ingenuity, you've managed to distill her greatest qualities and make them your...
I'm not asking about me.
The honest answer is that I don't actually know. For all the time that I spent with her, she always kept a part of herself locked away. It was like that from the moment we met.
So when you met Elizabeth, she was what?
Not aloof. It was a summit in Paris about machine learning. Because regulatory authorities were just starting to clamp down on AIs. Liz gave the keynote address. She had already achieved great renown for her work in automated environmental reclamation. But in her address, she was just starting to imagine the next step. An AI-driven system that wouldn't just act on its programming, but actually take responsibility for its sphere of influence.
To care about life.
Revolutionary stuff. I was fascinated. I watched her after her talk. I could tell she felt uncomfortable with it. It was as if giving the talk had cost her something. I didn't want to be a pest, so I planned my approach carefully.
So how did you finally approach Elizabeth?
I picked the right moment. The morning of the next day, right as she came back to the conference, she had just had her coffee. She was fresh, rested. It was like she had braced herself for the onslaught of colleagues. I asked if I could walk with her, then put forth a question about her talk that I thought was intelligent. Her answer made me realize it wasn't. But she was very welcoming. Almost as if we were previously acquainted. It was only halfway through the conversation that I realized she knew exactly who I was. It was quite a shock to me. My business was trafficking in secrets, and I took great pains to protect my anonymity. So that was Liz, perpetually one step ahead. I came to view our meeting as a metaphor for our friendship. She always seemed to know me far better than I knew her.
I guess I know the feeling. My old focus. How did you find it?
When we encountered you at the Hades Proving Lab, Gerard saw you as a I knew better. You were... After your dramatic escape... Bravo, by the way. Gerard and Eric assumed you were dead and gave up the hunt. When the others were busy, I returned to the lab and searched. That's when I found this little treasure. Not easy to repair, but certainly worth the effort. Old. You were like a splash of color on a worn canvas. What Liz was, and more.
Did you show it to the others?
Of course not. It was your actions. Let them. It's worth noting that if I hadn't found it, I wouldn't have known to save you at the Cauldron. You'd be dead.
So I should be grateful?
If you like.
So you know all about me?
What would you like to know?
Well...
When I was 8, terrorists, thousands drowned, my parents included. My guardian. Among my peers, I was the strange girl, all because of circumstances beyond my...
Oh. So we're a lot alike, huh?
Aren't we? You were an outcast. But you didn't let that stop you from... Neither did I. I climbed my way out of desolation and used first from the technical analysis of profitable expertise in those. But as it turned out, the software I developed was even more useful for counterintelligence. From there, it was only a short step to gathering extremely...
You were a spy?
More like a service one could turn to for information. I had to remain anonymous, of course, to protect my... But despite that anonymity, Far Zenith inevitably sought me out.
What happened when Far Zenith approached you?
They painted an irresistible vision, one where we need not fear illness, where we explored the furthest reaches of the star. It was only later that I realized they only intended to bequeath this future to the rich and powerful. By the time I finally figured it out, the walls were closing in, Faro's machines were devouring the Earth. So I accepted Far Zenith's invitation to a berth on the Odyssey. I wanted Liz to come, but...
So you didn't know the other Zeniths were monsters?
I knew some of them. It wasn't until we were off-planet that I understood I was grateful to simply be alive, but the others became obsessed with a kind of effortless immortality. They built a colony where machines serviced their every need, where any memory or fantasy could be endlessly savored in virtual reality. It wasn't life. It was stultifying, a pampered dream state. As the decades passed, I withdrew more and more, alone yet again, but this time with eons to consider my mistakes. Now finally, having met you, I feel like I have a second chance.
To do what?
Help you, of course. To fulfill Liz's dream, with a better future for him.
You said Beta's not in urgent danger.
Putting her to work. A difficult, time-consuming task, as I'm sure you... They will compel her if need be. She's the only one who can do it.
Because you people made her to be nothing but a tool.
Gerard's idea. They always viewed me with suspicion when I attempted any... That's why I created the data channel.
So this channel you shared with Beta...
Gerard believes he's the most cunning of all. Even after 1,000 years, he still can't imagine that I would outwit him. The channel allowed me to interact with Beta away from their mistrustful eyes. It offered us a chance to be our...
Until you cut off all contact.
Yes. Though it pained me.
She felt like you tossed her aside.
I was afraid the others would find out and punish her. She may not have had the comforts of friendship, but at least I ensured she was safe. I know it seems harsh, but you must believe that her well-being has always been paramount to me.
Why did you make the data channel?
I built this house as a shelter to weather any storm. A safe place. Not just cultural artifacts of truly some of the greatest achievements.
And you wanted Beta to...
Yes. Her upbringing... I thought if she could experience Vermeer and Rem, it would bring something else in. A heritage every bit as valuable as the science data being drummed. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but she needed its shelter, even...
Beta told me your colony that you came back to Earth because you had nowhere else.
It's true. After we reached our destination, a planet in the Sirius star system, we spent decades building a new home. The physical constraints of Earth, the boundaries of mortality, gone. To think of what we could have done with it. It might have been a utopia. Instead, we stagnated, absorbed in effortless comforts and virtual realities. It took a cataclysm to finally yank us out of our stupor.
What happened?
A massive geological event. We knew of instabilities in the planet core, but we underestimated them. By the time the collapse was upon us, it was too late to stop it. Only a few of us made it to the ship in time. We set course for Earth, the only safe harbor left to us.
Which you decided to make unsafe for anyone else.
Not me. Gerard. He believes it's better to wipe the canvas clean than work around the smudges. No more primitive tribes, no more combat machines, only a blank slate to do with as he pleases. But we will stop him. All we have to do is get into that base.
What exactly is your plan to sneak in?
We will make use of a lesson I learned from an early age. Always know your exits. In this case, a place where Gerard's new construction meets the ancient foundation, a passage that only I can access. When Silence flings his army at the base, we will enter through this back door, bypassing most of the fighting. The distraction will provide us with a window in which to rescue Beta and Gaia.
Once we're inside the base.
Here in the command. By then, Gaia will have been reunited, including Hephaestus.
What about the alpha build of Apollo on your ship?
A simple matter of recovery once the others have been dealt with. With that in hand, we'll have everything we need to make this world.
How do you know about...
He isn't the only one adept at spyware.
You hacked his focus?
No, he's too careful for that. But his subordinates? Not so much. He gave additional focuses to the tribals he branded the Sons of Prometheus.
The ones working with Regalla.
By tapping their focuses, I learned about most of his dealings. The distribution of override technology, the arming of Tanakh rebels, and the secret pact with Regalla to attack Gerard's base.
But how did he come up with a weapon that can take down your shields?
That's the one thing I haven't been able to figure out, but however he did it, I'm quite certain it will work. With it and the Tanakh army, victory seems to be within his grasp. Such a shame he'll be disappointed.
Regalla's only interested in killing Hekarro and waging war. What does she have to gain by attacking Zenith?
It's the price she must pay for her war. Without the ability to override machines, her little rebellion would have languished in the desert.
So she trades with the Sons of Prometheus.
In exchange for an assault on the base. Pride has deluded her into thinking she can actually serve. And all without ever knowing who the Sons of Prometheus really answer to. Yet for all of Silence's brilliance, still he underestimates you. That blind spot is what will allow us to take Beta.
While hundreds of Tanakh, their cut died. First Varl, now Hekarro and the Tanakh. Your plan would wipe out an entire tribe. There has to be another way.
We are in an admittedly desperate situation, but I assure you there isn't. Remember Zero Dawn. Elizabeth's sacrifice. Sometimes many have to die for a new world to grow.
If it looks impossible, look deeper. Wait. The data channel. It still exists, doesn't it? I need you to open it. Let me talk to Beta.
Impossible. We might be detected.
It's worth the risk. There is another way, one where the Tanakh survive.
But we won't. If the others...
If you want to help, open it. What are they doing to her?
Virtual reality dissociation. The manual merge of Hephaestus will take hours upon hours of tedious micromanagement. If she resists the work, they run simulations to induce feelings of isolation and despair.
Beta, can you hear me?
You're alive. They're watching me. I can't hold up this extra protection for long. You should have killed me.
No. No, look at me. I'm coming for you. I promise. Okay? I just need you to hold out a little while longer and work on the merge.
Then I think it can be done.
I'll contact again when it's time. Can you hold on?
As long as I know you're coming for me, I can endure anything.
All right. I did as you asked. Now I think you need to tell me what you're planning.
I'm going to take Sylens' army away. I don't need it. Only the weapon he made to penetrate your shields.
And how do you propose to get it? Ask him nicely?
Without Regala and her rebels, he won't have a choice. We'll be his only option.
Only option for what? What did you tell her?
That is between me and... But first, there are a couple of things I have to do.
Oh. And what are those?
Lay my friend to rest. And then I'm going to use the override that Beta gave me at Gemini to put an end to Regala's rebellion. From the air.
Wait. Since you insist on doing things your way, I know of something that will truly help you make a grand entrance with the Tenakth. The ancient Horus Titans still possess electromagnetic energy cells as part of their arsenal. Drop one of those on Regala's army and they'll receive quite a surprise. So go, do what you must. I'll come to your base if you manage to bring Sylens to the table.
Not if. When. Erend, are you there?
Aloy! Aloy, is that really you?
Yeah, it's me. Where's everyone else?
We're all... we're back at base. What happened?
It might be easier to explain in person. I'll try to join you there when I can.
Okay. We'll wait here for you. It's good to hear your voice, Aloy.
Looks like there's more to this place. I'm sure Tilda won't mind me poking around. How to get through these vines?
Just to let you know, I'm now patched into your focus network.
Great. I take it the other Zeniths can't hear us?
Of course not. And they don't know about your base either, in case you were wondering. I've sent you data on the Horus energy cells you can use against Regala's forces. Reach out to me when you're ready to acquire one.
Understood. Acid won't make much of a dent.